Hello, Professor Tolliver, and anyone else who may be watching this video. As you may know, this last semester I took this class, Environmental Ethics, and we discussed many dozens of topics, including agricultural ethics, space travel, etc. But despite the many viewpoints that played through these discussions, I think we all generally seem to agree that for humankind to survive in the universe without destroying the earth that birthed us, there need to be certain changes in, number one, the way that we think about the environment and our place in it, and number two, our behavior, so that it reflects those changes in our attitudes. Although ideally we can work together as communities and nations and a globe to make big changes with big results, it is also important that all people who are able make small personal changes that can accumulate into equally big results. In attitude, that means making a habit of thinking like an ecologist, remembering that we are all connected in many ways to other people, other animals, other organisms, and the global ecosystem as a whole, and that what we do does matter in millions of tiny and not so tiny ways. In action, it means small lifestyle adjustments like carpooling to work, recycling, composting, eating less meat, eating locally, and consuming less resources in general, both renewable and non-renewable. It may mean bigger changes like building an energy-efficient home, starting a wind farm, growing your own produce, or opting for adopted children over biological reproduction. But even the small changes, especially over time and across populations, can make a huge difference. In a minute here, I'm going to show you something that I do to contribute to a more sustainable lifestyle. This activity holds up sustainable values in a couple of ways. First, I use recycled products whenever possible, which is most of the time. The card I'm making today uses recycled cardboard, scrap paper, wrapping paper from a birthday present I got last month, and address labels that I recently received in a piece of junk mail. Depending on what you have around the house, the only non-recycled things you need to make a card are scissors and glue. Secondly, handmade cards are a gift that does not conform to the consumerist standard by which we generally live. Not only do I not have to buy anything to give someone something beautiful or fun and personalized directly from me to them, that is, consume absolutely no new resources except glue stick. I am also not adding to the recipient's collection of stuff. I do buy or make presents from time to time, but only really if I see something that really reminds me of someone or that I know they specifically want or need, because giving someone something just for the sake of giving them something, that just reinforces our stuff addiction and adds to the mass of objects that weighs us all down as we haul them around our lives. With a handmade card, you can say, "I love you, Merry Christmas," just as well or even better than with an object that you just picked out because it was on sale. And you can say it in a way that is recycled and can be recycled again. I use old cards to make new cards all the time. So, handmade cards are sustainable. Now, enough blab, let's go make one. And then I just use permanent markers to finish it up, like this. Merry Christmas.